The antidote for foolishness is wisdom. In fact, the Bible says by wisdom a house is built. Now, there are two schools of thoughts. There's the one that the average believer feels that wisdom is not necessarily a part of the Christian faith. Then there's the people that are knowledgeable, that are very knowledgeable, that don't even know what wisdom is. So somebody that does not acknowledge the spiritual realm calls it wisdom. Somebody that does not acknowledge the advantage of God calls it wisdom. Somebody that wants to put God out of an equation, he says, let's apply wisdom. A faithless person that doesn't know the principles of faith, in fact, calls it wisdom. In fact, that you don't have faith is considered foolishness. Is that because faithlessness is not necessarily lack of faith, is faith in the wrong thing. The opposite of faith is fear. Fear is not lack of faith. Fear is faith in another thing. Wisdom is supposed to be the garrison of a believer. The distance, what can shorten the length of your days can be wisdom. There was a wisdom written in the book of Proverbs, I believe, and it said, why will you spend more time cutting the tree when you can actually spend time sharpening your axe? What is that trying to say? Simply meaning that why will you spend more time trying when you can just spend more time becoming better? So when you cut once, you don't miss it. Wisdom is, instead of trying to use your common sense, you try and engage the prophetic. That is wisdom. Wisdom is not leaving the prophetic and trying to use your common sense. That's foolishness. Because the things of this world are not engaged in common sense. If it was common, it would not be called a scarce commodity. In fact, if it was common, the Bible would not say buy it and sell it not. It's because it is not common. That's why it ought to be bought. In fact, the Bible says wisdom crieth on the street. The average person doesn't understand that the beginning of wisdom is the fear of God. The fear of God is not necessarily being scared for God. It's to reverence and to understand his essence in the matters of life. That is what wisdom is. Wisdom is the application of knowledge. So having many knowledge is possible, but in the application of wisdom to your knowledge, it brings down your shoulders and understand that nobody is anything. In fact, the Bible says, what do you have that you did not receive? I trust God that wisdom would garrison your heart, influence your mind. In the name of Jesus. My name is Godless, and I'm just here to awake your spirit.